Welcome to Delta High School at Canyon View High School. We got 3A baseball, and Delta is number 1 in 3A Utah baseball, whereas Canyon View is number 7. Today, I am joined by...
And I'm Jackson Shepard. It's good to be here with you, Thomas. I'm glad to be joining you today. Should be a good game. We're looking at, the best team in 3A right now at Delta coming into the Falcons territory at Canyon View, and I expect a good game, honestly, between these two teams.
I'm really excited, and just down to even the colors of the uniforms. We got Delta in red and the Falcons in a light blue. I think anytime you have conflicting colors like that, it just means a little bit more.
Oh, yeah. I love the uniform matchup, the great colors, and honestly, I think it's going to be good fuel for both teams, because red and blue, as we know here in Utah, is kind of the bad blood, as we know, and so.
And it's exciting. It's a, 5 cloud in the sky type of day. Slightly windy, wind going towards third base, but it's not anything outstanding. We just got to have some weights on our papers.
Yeah, a couple paperweights, but it's better than it was yesterday with the snow, as this game, as we both know, is supposed to be yesterday. So.
And how exciting for them that it all worked out to play the next day. They don't have to postpone it for months down the line and change up that sort of thing. They can play a day after, and I'm sure they're excited to have that day off and then be able to go right back into it, get a little bit more prep time, maybe ice their arms just a little bit more.
Oh yeah, 100%.
So
100%.
should see well-rested players out here.
Yeah.
Coaches have been friendly with each other. They walk up and give each other, they shake the hand, and then they give each other one of those like side hugs. So
yeah, they've seemed pretty friendly with each other so far. They were having a good conversation earlier today as we were going and getting lineups from the teams, and so I expect good sportsmanship, I think, is what I'm expecting, along with the correct amount of competitiveness that comes with the game of baseball. So,
and you can see how these kids respect their coaches. Coach comes walking by, it's all eyes on him. You stop talking, what is coach going to say, what is coach going to do? And here they are lining up. Canyon View taking the field. Delta on the lineup.
This time we ask if you would please draw your attention.
Hermes Drive-In is happy to sponsor youth activities in our area. They are located just north of the City Park on Main Street. Hermes features burgers, shakes, fries, and soft drinks, and a variety of other items, including scones. Hermes Drive-In, 294 North Main Street, Cedar City. Township Pharmacy is located near the hospital just off Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown. Each pharmacy can fill your prescriptions, and they're happy to bring this broadcast your way. Curbside service available or inside the pharmacy. Township Pharmacy. You're listening to KSUU Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
All right. catcher greeting the umpire. Always good to see that. You like having that humility back there. Um, I caught a little bit growing up, and Coach always said, "Hey, just tell him your name, ask him something about him, shake his hand." It's not going to change the game for you, but
No.
if it's a call that's right on that line, he might give it to you.
Yeah, no, I've loved playing baseball my whole life, and I'm sure everyone on this field has loved playing baseball too. And it's obviously just it's one of my favorite sports, and just to watch and to play. And as we can see, Zach Main getting ready on the mound here today. I'm excited to see what he does on the mound today against this Delta Rabbits firing squad for a batting lineup.
So, far as Delta batting lineup, we've got Mason Robinson, 1. We've got Bodie batting 2nd, Cooper batting 3rd, Dayson batting 4th, Kyler batting 5th, Ashton batting 6th, Smoke batting 7th, Drake smoting 8th, hitting 8th, and Stone batting 9th. We also have Dre as a 10th man in case that comes up.
Yeah, I expect good things out of Delta's lineup today in terms of batting, and I expect a lot out of both of these teams, honestly, as both teams have got some pretty good hitters, but we got Delta up here batting first, and I'm excited to see what happens.
I was actually here watching a game of Canyon Views a couple weeks ago, and Zach is a great pitcher. However, I did notice one thing. He gets a little bit more nerves when someone's on that first base. When someone's on base, he knows, and it affects him. So we'll see if that's something that still happens.
Yeah, we'll see.
Up to the plate, Mason Robinson. First pitch, strike. Second, outside. Hard hit ball, caught by center field.
That was a solid hit coming from Mason Robinson right down the middle, down center field, but Canyon View was able to get under that just in time in order to force the first out here of the game.
Coming up to bat now, we've got Bodie. First pitch swings. Second pitch, strike. Third, high curve, no good.
You could tell Zach Main kind of wanted that one.
He gets him.
There we go. There we go. Zach Main in there just to be able to put the pitches there right on the corners, right where a pitcher wants them is kind of what I think. Pitcher's goal is to get them right on the corners, and Zach Main was able to do that for that at bat there for the strikeout.
Up to bat now, number 12, Cooper. Fouls it off. 0 balls, 1 strike, 2 outs. No runners on. Second pitch, outside. Hits soft grounder, second base. Gets it to first in time. We're in the bottom of the first.
Tell Zach Main's being cool and confident there on the mound there, going 3 up, 3 down here to start the ball game. We will be right back.
Chrysalis is looking for people who want to make a difference by joining their team of direct support professionals. Team members provide supported living services and become mentors, coaches, and friends. They make lasting memories, participate in fun activities, and help individuals reach their goals and become more independent. Chrysalis offers competitive pay and flexible schedules. More information and the online application are available at chrysalis.care. That's chrysalis.care.
Hermes Drive-In is happy to sponsor youth activities in our area. They are located just north of the City Park on Main Street. Hermes features burgers, shakes, fries, and soft drinks, and a variety of other items, including scones. Hermes Drive-In, 294 North Main Street, Cedar City. You're listening to KSUU Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
Chrysalis is looking for people who want to make a difference by joining their team of direct support professionals. Team members provide supported living services and become mentors, coaches, and friends. They make lasting memories.
Okay, now go.
Welcome back. We just heard from a great sponsor, Chrysalis. We appreciate you being here. And we ourselves are very, very excited for this game. We've got Kyler Davies warming up on the plate for Delta.
I expect a lot of good things from him here on the mound today. Just from his warm-ups alone, he looks like he's already pretty confident there on the mound, ready to start off the bottom of this inning here for the Delta Rabbits.
And the catcher, Dason, quite the arm on him. First up to bat, we've got number 22, Sanders. First pitch, swung, foul to the back.
Davies leads the team here in strikeouts here for the Delta Rabbits with 30 strikeouts here on the season. Just a little fun fact for you here, the listeners.
Second pitch high. And that is quite the fun fact. That's interesting to know. Let's see how many more he picks up
Quite a
this
bit
game.
of strikeouts here for the amount of games they've played.
Second pitch, fouled, high, goes out of it.
I love the attack here, just to start off this inning. You know, he's really wanting that hit, and you can tell that this is going to be a battle.
He's looking to swing. I imagine he's not going to be caught looking.
No.
I think we can feel pretty safe about that. Third pitch.
We stand corrected.
Caught looking.
we stand corrected. There's this 31st strikeout here on the season for Davies, and that was a good at-bat, solid at-bat, but, you know, Davies is one of the toughest pitchers here in 3A, and he just, I think, proved that with that strikeout here to start this inning.
Got it right at the top of that box. Right now we got number 11, Maine. First pitch outside.
Zach Maine leads the team in batting average, batting 400 so far on the season, which is a stellar batting average.
And I can see why. Hard
he
hit
starts off with a hard hit.
Goes past third base. Kind of bounces over his glove. We got a runner on first, one out. And we have number 10. We got number 10, Higgins up to bat.
That is yourself, number 10, first, Higgins.
Higgins is second on the team in batting average, 37.
And they're going to swap out the runner on first. They're bringing in number 12, Hunter Johns.
Want to keep Zach Maine fresh so he can stay fresh on the mound, I assume.
First pitch, strike. One of those low ones just hit the very bottom of the box. Yeah. We got 1 out, 0 balls, 1 strike, runner on first.
Higgins is also very tall. Just from the looks of him, he looks like he can be a pretty good hitter out there just with the length of his body.
And he watches a ball go by outside. Yeah, that's a big man right there.
Indeed. He's got 11 RBIs on the season too, so hopefully he can make something happen here and get that 12th. Canyon View.
Throws it back to first, not in time. Ball back to pitcher. Higgins is taking a lot of I can't remember the word, but a lot of calls from the coach over there at third base. Getting a lot of signs is the word I was looking for there, and that's going to be strike number 2. 1 ball, 2 strikes, 1 out, runner on first. Time. Higgins just needed a second to collect himself. Pitches in, foul to the backstop. Fighting. Pitcher set. Ball outside. 2-2.
Had some issues with the scoreboard for a second here on our end, but we finally got it figured out. My apologies. I'm not very technologically savvy, as we've learned so far today as we've set this up.
And Higgins watches a strike. Again, a little low, so
32nd strikeout there on the season for Davies here. He is throwing it hard and he's throwing it fast, and you can see that he is confident there on the mound today.
He's placing it right there at the knee, right where that strike zone starts. And
Canyon View definitely has their work cut out for him today, I would say, Thomas.
First pitch, a little low outside. We've got 29, Sandoval up to bat. 1 ball, 0 strikes, 2 outs, bottom of the first, and a runner on first.
Sandoval's got a mean swing as he's got the team lead with RBIs, with 17 RBIs here so far on the season.
Hard swing, it's 1-1.
This Canyon View team, I'm impressed with the amounts that they're swinging. They definitely are a hard swinging team just from the looks of it.
And when they actually did get contact on the ball to get Maine to first, it was too hard for the third baseman to even pick it up. So
yeah, it came at him real fast. As you could see, he just kind of didn't locate the ball in time on that first play.
ball's in. Hits a short dribbler foul out to third base. 2 balls, 2 strikes, 2 out, runner on first.
You can just tell that after that hit, Sandoval just really wants to just rip one here.
He with the 4th spot in the lineup, you know what his job is, and it's hitting it hard, but that one goes straight up above the first baseman, and it is caught. We're going into the bottom of the
second inning.
Top of the second
inning.
My goodness.
No, you're totally good.
And you know, I was kind of surprised to not see like any sort of attempt to steal there.
I mean, he got picked off the one time when he was kind of leading off, but yeah, like, I don't know. This is, as of right now, the Obviously, as we know, the Delta Rabbits are a tough team with 14-2 record, 3-0 in region. You know, they're the team to beat right now in 3A, and I think Canyon View is just trying to avoid taking any chances that could ultimately halt them from winning this game or causing any issues.
Delta with an overall record of 14-2-0, whereas Canyon has a 6-10-0. So 14 wins, 2 losses for Delta versus Canyon View's 6 wins and 10 losses. They're looking to get a little bit closer to being at least even, and Delta is looking to keep on keeping that lead.
Oh yeah, I'm excited to see it when we get back to the top of the second here.
Next up in the conference is Grantsville with 14 wins, 4 losses. So they're trying to, Delta looking to cement that more wins. We've got Zach Main back on the rubber.
I'm excited to see how Zach Main takes this inning and see how he attacks it against these batters, because there's a lot of Delta batters here that can make some noise, and as we can see, this Delta team is tough, and hopefully Zach Main's able to put it on the corners like he was earlier in the first inning and see if he can kind of keep the Delta Rabbits silent for now.
You know, I don't know if it means anything, but that's the second time this Canyon View team has done the throw from catcher to second, and the second baseman has missed it. So hopefully that's just a warm-up thing, and in game that doesn't happen.
Yeah.
And up to bat, we've got number 13, Dayson. First pitch is a ball. It's the inside pitch, foul. Left's on the third base side. It's going to be a 1-1 count. 0 outs, no one on. High and inside. 2-1, 0 outs.
Meinhardt, up to bat, has a 356 batting average as he gets out here on first.
Goes down a little bit as he hits a grounder to third baseman, and they make the throw to first.
Is the pitcher, number 7, Davies.
Next up, we've got number 7, Williams up the bat. Watches a strike in that corner like you were talking about from Zach Main.
You can tell Zach Main just really loves to attack the edges of that strike zone and make the batter work for whatever they're going to hit today. He's not making it easy because that one goes ball.
Got 2-1, 1 out. Pitcher's going. Ooh, foul tip hits umpire in the mask. Hope he's all right.
Yeah,
He looks just fine.
Oh yeah, he looks tough. You can tell Davies really wanted that one though, just with how fast and hard that swing was.
Williams looking to be first person on base for Delta today. And that's strike 3. 2 outs.
Zach Main just doing an excellent job at attacking those corners here to start off this day, and you can tell that he's just red hot from the mound right now.
Another strike goes swinging from number 9. Number 9. Ashton
Stefanoff?
Stefanoff, yes. Should have clarified on that one before the game.
Yeah.
But we got a 1 ball, 2 strike count with 2 outs, no one on. Grounder hit to short, makes a throw. Doesn't get there in time, a little bit too high. First baseman has to jump for it.
Throw was just a little too high there, as you kind of mentioned there, Thomas, and that's what kind of granted Stefanoff to be able to make the hit and get safe there on first for Delta's first hit of the ballgame.
Ashton ruining Zach Main's perfect game so far.
Yeah, I was going to say, it's still pretty early for that.
1 runner on first, 0-0 count, 2 outs, top of the second. Watch the strike. Number 5, Clay Nielsen.
Bats at a 282 this season, which is pretty good batting average.
I mean, I still think it's crazy. You said,
Zach Maines is 408. Yeah.
man, that kid is,
He's an athlete, for sure.
umpire hesitates a little bit, calls it a strike. We got a 1-2 count. Maybe it is just 1 more. Throws it back.
Not
2 outs.
He's not taking any chances there. He does not want him to steal that base, as he's picked him off twice now.
Strike 3 goes down watching.
Zach Maine with another excellent inning of pitching, and I'm excited to see how well he does the rest of this game. Because right now, if it's a tell for anything between these two pitchers so far through the first inning and a half, it's not going to be a lot of hits. But for those who love pitching, it's going to be a good game if it continues to be this way.
I mean, they're just throwing it so hard and they're hitting their spots majority of the time. And
oh yeah.
When you're pitching low and outside fastball that just nicks the plate, and then another one that's high and inside, and then you throw a changeup after that, like how do you hit that?
I don't know. It's interesting for sure. But we will be right back after a word from our sponsors here at the midpoint between the second inning.
Township Pharmacy is located near the hospital just off Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown. Each pharmacy can fill your prescriptions, and they're happy to bring this broadcast your way. Curbside service available or inside the pharmacy. Township Pharmacy. Wilson Orthodontics has been serving Cedar City for more than 31 years. Child and adult orthodontics are available at 66 West Harding Avenue, Suite A, and they're also open on Saturdays. Wilson Orthodontics has offices in Parowan and Beaver. Cody Wilson, creating smiles you won't want to cover with a mask. 435-586-8980. That's 586-8980. Wilson Orthodontics. Family discount.
To bat. Hits one already. Drops low middle field. Trips left fielder. Right fielder trips up for Delta, and
you can definitely tell there's some miscommunication out there in the outfield. There's 3 guys ran into each other trying to go after that ball.
yeah, I think second baseman went running out. Right field came all the way over, and that was probably a center fielder ball. And we've got lefty, so it's kind of hard to see this number real quick, but I'll get the name for you and I'll tell you who just hit second. Hard hit swing by number 8.
Jack Merrill. And Cannon Williams was the one who got that hit earlier. That hit the double off the error. Is it a timeout? I believe we have an injury. Someone's not feeling up to their best, is what it seems like, as the Delta coaches are kind of look like they're going out to check on one of their players. Is that what you're seeing, or am I just seeing things?
That's what I'm seeing. Coach is going to talk to center fielder. It looks there was definitely that collision when going for that ball. Someone ended up on the ground. I couldn't tell exactly who it was, but looks like they're definitely examining him.
Yeah.
He was able to jog back to his spot, but it looks like it didn't stop hurting.
Yeah. I would kind of agree on that.
He's got a little bit of a limp. He definitely doesn't want to come out. I mean, why would you? But
No.
he's trying his best to be strong, doing a little bit of jogging now. And great hit by Merrill. It was one of those just super awkward one where it's far from everybody but close enough to everybody that you don't know what's going on.
Yeah.
It went high but not high enough that anyone could truly get under it, and it just fell, a couple feet in front of somebody. Fell a couple feet in front of.
And the beauty part of baseball is you have the sun. They don't orchestrate the fields as well as they do football in terms of where the sun is placed during games, obviously, and so looks like he might be coming off. Is what it seems like now.
I wonder if they'll keep him batting or not.
Looks
Mason
like
Robinson.
Looks like they're replacing him with number 22.
22,
Logan Thane. Logan Thane coming into the game. They moved him to right field, and they moved the right fielder to center field.
Moving Bodie over to center field.
Everyone's getting back into their positions now as they're getting ready to resume some play here, hopefully in just a little bit.
Looks like coaches are discussing some lineups or something like that. Maybe someone got a video because coach has his phone out showing umpire and head coach, which I sadly did not get the names of coaches nor umpires, so I apologize for that.
We're going to resume game here.
And
Davies is hoping to shake off that first hit of the inning and giving that up, and again, as he did last inning, and then he continued to dominate the rest of that inning. That ball came flying right at us. Startled me a
Williams
little
goes
bit.
for a bunt, fouls it off, clear right behind the plate. Looking to move Merrill to third.
Davies was kind of keeping an eye there on second before he threw that pitch to make sure he didn't steal or nothing.
And he's not throwing as good of pitches as he does when there's no one on, so I think he's got to trust the team a little bit more and pitches game. That's ball two. It's 2 strikes, 2 balls, 0 outs. Bottom of the second. Canyon Views up to bat with a runner on second. Third strike, swinging.
Terrell Merrill wanted that one. He was a little under that one.
I've been a bit silly. Been calling Merrill Williams, and we've got
another Williams.
We've got another Williams.
Owen Williams. I wonder if there's any relation. Probably.
Owen Williams and Cannon Williams. The righty swings at the first pitch. It's fouled. 0-1, And Kyler Davies still paying a whole lot of attention to Cannon Williams on second base. Swings. It's an 0-2 count, 1 out, runner on second.
Owen Williams bats at .292 here at the plate.
Oh, wow.
That's his season average. Got some pretty good consistency here from both teams in terms of batting, especially in the early parts of these lineups.
Ball's outside, knocks out of the pitcher's glove, but doesn't roll far enough for Ken to run over to third.
Yeah, you can tell Cannon really wanted to advance over to third base, but decided to hold back a little bit.
I'm really hoping to move him over, really put him in scoring position, but if Owen can place it somewhere in the outfield, grounder over to third, misses the throw short, first baseman doesn't get it, runners on first and third.
Oof.
And that's a position you never want to be in.
You can kind of tell that the shortstop hesitated there before he made that throw over to first, because he was kind of looking over at Cannon there on second and then decided to throw it over to first, and I think that's kind of what cost him that throw.
He gave him, tried giving Cannon a little bit of scare, like, yeah, you better go back to second, and it just, he took too long thinking about it and then had to rush that throw to first, and that's, you got to throw it better.
Yeah.
You got to get that out there, make it 2 outs, and then just hope for one more. And now you got 1 out, runners on first and third, and we've got number 6.
16.
We've got number 16,
Oh,
Miller.
Oh,
They throw it to second.
and he's out.
Runner out at second, but
Runner scores. Cannon Williams is able to score on that play, as Owen tried to make an advance there onto second.
And that's, that can be game changing. I can totally see the score of the game coming out 1-0. These, regardless of their season standings, both teams are looking fairly equal.
Yeah, you can tell that both of these teams kind of have a lot of the same makeup almost in terms of batting, and both pitchers have both been doing pretty decent, I would say, here today.
And number 16, Miller. Gage Miller, to be exact, has 3 balls. Watches a strike. That's okay. That's what they teach you since elementary. 3-0, you just let it in. You kind of expect the meatball there.
Yeah.
That's where you kind of start to really battle, but doesn't battle here. Walks. We got runner on 1.
It's a good job there by Miller to just be able to draw that walk.
I think
with a tall frame like Miller, though, I think it's a little easier to draw a couple walks with that strike zone. You would think.
I don't know. It's hard to say. I've never had that sort of strike zone.
No, neither have I. I haven't had that kind of strike zone either, so I've never had that kind of experience either.
That's 5 balls in a row by Kyler Davies. I think he might be a little flustered after that.
After a stellar first inning, he's kind of wavered a little bit, I would say.
And that's
It's the 6th straight ball.
Yeah.
He's pitched so far. Or there was 1 strike in there.
Was there a
Because
strike?
he went up 3-0 and then, yeah,
that's right. He did have the little meatball, but
out of his last 7 pitches, there's been 6 balls.
and there we go. That's
There's another strike.
there's a strike. It's gonna be 2-1, 2 outs, runner on first for Canyon View. They scored this inning. Davies just looking to get out of this inning. Grounder to second base. Throws it to first. Gets him. Finally out of that inning. Let's see if they can. We'll see what they do in the next inning. Be right back.
Brad's Food Hut is happy to present this broadcast. Brad's is a traditional fixture in Cedar City and features the Bronco Burger, fish and chips, grilled cheese, and grilled turkey sandwiches, chicken sandwiches, shakes, and of course, soft drinks. Brad's is located on North Main Street in Cedar City.
Pioneer Floor Coverings and Design Center has what you need for that flooring project you've got on your to-do list. Whether you need a little help or a lot, Pioneer Floor Coverings and Design offers flooring services from in-home measurement to design consultations and final installation. Located at 1166 South Sage Drive, they offer carpet, hardwood, and a variety of waterproof flooring. Plus custom area rugs, carpet restretch service, and flooring repairs. In the Providence Center and online at pioneerfloor.com. Pioneer Floor Covering and Design is a proud supporter of local athletics.
You're listening to Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
Welcome back to Delta High School at Canyon View. We've got Zach Bain on the rubber, and number 25, Drake, the designated hitter, is up to bat for Delta. Now,
Drake, a senior, bats a .303 so far this season, off of, I want to say 33 at-bats is what it says here. And he's got about 8 RBIs off 10 hits so far this season. So not bad so far, especially in this early season.
Grounder third on the first pitch. And looks like he's a little hurt. He didn't run down to first.
I think there might have been some confusion on the call.
From what I saw, I saw he picked that up.
That's kind of what I thought.
In bounds, in play.
That was my understanding, but I don't know. My eyes tend to deceive me at times, I guess. So, officials are discussing it at the moment. What's kind of your biggest expectation here
They call it out.
They called it out? Oh, awesome. What's kind of a big expectation for you for Delta?
I think at some point they turn around and we get to see why they're the #1 team in the 3A conference.
And hopefully they can get this started with Rustin Callister. Is hoping to get something going here for the Delta Rabbits, as they've so far recorded 1 hit in this game. And hopefully he's able to get something going here for the Rabbits.
Yeah. 0 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Make that 1-1-1.
Callister with a .318 average, batting average.
Yeah, very consistent teams both.
Yeah.
They both have that 300. I think the lowest you've told me is like 285 or something
Yeah,
like
like
that.
282. Callister also has 4 RBIs off 7 hits, 9 runs, and 22 at-bats this season.
Yeah, very consistent.
So,
second ball, and hits a little blooper over the second baseman, and they're getting a hit.
the error
Right
there
fielder.
on first base.
Right fielder almost gets the throw-in time. I don't think it matters. I think it was just a little bit behind anyway, but first baseman bobbles it, ends up over here by the backstop. Catcher has it. Runner stays on first. Great hit by Rustin Callister. We've got number 22, Logan Thane, up to bat.
He was the one who replaced the injured center fielder there at the top of the... Pretty fast there. Pretty fast there. He had some wheels trying to get there to second, but
I see why maybe they're not running on Sandoval. He's got quite the cannon.
yeah.
2 balls.
Losing
Swings
that
at
ball
one.
right up in the air as soon as it hits the blue sky.
Oh, man. We got 2 balls. He just fouled it off. Went over the back fencing. 2 outs. Another foul. We got 2, 2, and 2 on the scoreboard out there. It's 0 runs for Delta and 1 run for the Falcons.
Zach Main's still doing an amazing job at attacking these corners here in this inning. He has just stayed consistent and
And a
attacking.
hard hit ball. Looks like it's just dropping right to the center fielder. Only has to move about 5 feet away, and that wraps it up for the.
Zach Main's still doing an amazing job there on the pitching mound as he's just been attacking these corners all day, and he's just stayed consistent and stayed confident, as from what I can see.
He wants it, and you can see him when he's walking off, and giving the teammates high fives. He's kind of keeping a straight face. He's in game mode. He has his game face on.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he's letting that go anywhere, and he'll be up to bat here in just this inning, no matter what. As we have number 4, Jackson Black, coming up to bat for Canyon View, and after that, he'll be followed by number 22, Sanders, and third to go up this bottom of the third is Zach Main, the pitcher, who is doing an amazing job out there, as well as batting in the 400s.
Yeah, Zach Main with the 408 batting average with that first hit to start off this game.
Pioneer Floor Coverings and Design Center has a little help or a lot. Pioneer Floor Coverings and Design offers flooring services from in-home measurement to design consultations and final installation. Located at 1166 South Sage Drive, they offer carpet, hardwood, and a variety of waterproof flooring, plus custom area rugs, carpet restretch service, and flooring repairs. In the Providence Center and online at pioneerfloor.com. Pioneer Floor Covering and Design is a proud supporter of local athletics.
Up to bat, we've got Sanders, Jeter Sanders. First pitch is a strike. Second pitch is a hard hit ball to center field, and it's caught by the center fielder.
You can tell this Canyon View batting lineup is just really just attacking Davies here and just really just making him work for his money so far here in this game.
Yeah, no easy pitches for Davies tonight.
No, sir.
Now we've got Canyon View pitcher Zach Main up to bat. We've got a battle of the pitchers right here. Fouls the first pitch over the first base dugout.
You can just tell Zach Main's swinging for the fences with that hit. That was a well hit ball there out in the outfield, but just kind of went foul.
Watches a second strike, and that's Kyler Davies just hitting that bottom right corner, that bottom outside corner, and just it's hard to judge that. Same pitch, but this is hit.
It's gonna drop
in between right and center field, and that's a double for Zach Main.
Zach Main with another great hit here in this game. He is doing everything. He's hitting it, he's pitching it well, attacking those corners, and you can tell he came to play today.
If there's one word I would call him, I'd probably use consistent.
Yeah, he's kind of like you said, he's been consistent, he's been hitting the ball, and he's been consistently attacking the corners there on the rubber. And so he's just been playing an overall great ball game.
Up to bat, we have number 10, Higgins. Hard hit ball towards right field. It's caught. Number 12 is not there not waiting to tag up. He has to run back. Not the best base run in there. I would say. I would say you should probably be staying there on that bag, and as soon as it touches his glove, you're off to third. But
yeah, probably some misjudgment there by Johns, but you know, you can learn from those things and be able to kind of tackle this next one, hopefully with the catcher up to bat here.
Got Sandoval, number 29. He's you can see the muscle on this guy. And like we were talking about, he has got a cannon when throwing to second base. So let's see if he can use that same kind of strength to get number 22 Sanders, who's on second right now, over to third or even to home. There's 1 ball, 2 strikes, runner on second. Ball 2, bottom of the third. Ball 3, it's in the dirt. I imagine there'll be a strike here right down the middle.
Yeah.
I wonder if he'll take advantage of that move.
Davies is really hoping to get something going after a really good first inning, and he's kind of just struggled in these innings since. I would say he's putting some in the dirt, some a little high, and some of them just been hard hits right off the pitch. Hey, your prediction standard correct. Was able to get except Davies was able to get it right in there in the strike zone, that was right in that little lower corner, lower left corner.
That's the meanest pitch you can give somebody, because even if you do get a bat on it, you're not doing anything with that.
And with that call, the ref's probably going to give it to you more times as the pitcher than the batter, depending on who's at the plate, I would say.
Yeah. 3-1, catcher is setting up outside. Line drive straight to third base, and they're out of the inning.
It was a great catch there by Ashton Stefanoff here, just to be able to end the inning here for the Delta Rabbits as they go into the top of the fourth.
Wilson Orthodontics has been serving Cedar City for more than 31 years. Child and adult orthodontics are available at 66 West Harding Avenue, Suite A, and they're also open on Saturdays. Wilson Orthodontics has offices in Parowan and Beaver. Cody Wilson, creating smiles you won't want to cover with a mask. 435-586-8980. That's 586-8980. Wilson Orthodontics. Family discounts are available.
Chrysalis is looking for people who want to make a difference by joining their team of direct support professionals. Team members provide supported living services and become mentors, coaches, and friends. They make lasting memories, participate in fun activities, and help individuals reach their goals and become more independent. Chrysalis offers competitive pay and flexible schedules. More information and the online application are available at chrysalis.care. That's chrysalis.care.
You're listening to Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
Chrysalis is looking for people who want to make a difference by joining their team of direct support professionals. Team members provide supported living services and become mentors, coaches, and friends. They make lasting memories, participate in fun activities, and help individuals reach their goals and become more independent. Chrysalis offers competitive pay and flexible schedules. More information and the online application are available at chrysalis.care. That's chrysalis.care.
Hermes Drive-In is happy to sponsor youth activities in our area. They are located just north of the City Park on Main Street. Hermes features burgers, shakes, fries, and soft drinks, and a variety of other items, including scones. Hermes Drive-In, 294 North Main Street, Cedar City. You're listening to KSUU Thunder 90.
Welcome back. Joined you a little bit late. We have number 14. For Delta, Bodie Shirts up to bat, and he has an 0-2 count, and the last two, he had an 0-2 count, and the last two pitches were both fouled off. He's really battling and fighting to stay in here. I don't know how it's dying so quick. Ball low. A 1-2 count. Top of the fourth.
We apologize. We've had some technical difficulties again. We're not the most technologically savvy people, as we've learned so far, but you know, you just roll with the punches.
Hey,
so far.
the live stream was on, and you just got to watch baseball for a second, and you would have seen that Bodie struck out, and now we have number 12,
Cooper Smith.
Cooper Smith up to bat. He has a 1-2 count. There's one out. Canyon View has one run. Delta 0. Pitches in. Hard hit ball.
Fair.
Right over third base. It's called fair. He's going for 2. Gets the double.
Cooper Smith with a nice hit. That was a good hit right down the baseline. Right down the third base baseline, just to be able to sneak in for the third hit for the Delta Rabbits here in this game.
Yeah, well, and that ball perfectly bounces over third base, and then it looked like it took an immediate course as far away from that left fielder as possible. It didn't keep going straight with the line. That was a
it's definitely on an
wonderful hit.
Yeah.
Now we've got number 13, Dason, up to bat. Ball 1.
You can tell Zach Main did not like that call.
Asking where it's at.
Kind of gave a little shrug to the ref, asking if that was the right call, and the ump told him it's the right call. I was never a pitcher, so I never understand that feeling, but I can honestly give my best guess to say that that's probably not a great feeling if you think otherwise, that if it's a strike versus a ball.
Yeah, and I only ever pitched in City League, and if the umpire called it a strike or a ball, like, it doesn't mean anything.
Yeah.
I'm just like the sixth pitcher on the depth chart. Like, doesn't really.
Yeah. I was the last choice for pitcher on whatever team I played.
Ooh.
Zach Main tries to pick him off right there.
Great throw back.
Yeah.
If it would have been a little bit more that left side, a little bit closer to the leading off runner on second, I think he could have got it, but he had to clear that whole bag. Number 13, Dason's calling time. Needs a second.
It's also kind of hard for pitchers to kind of pick off second base, as they have to almost make a full rotation to be able to make that throw at times.
Well, and how often do you really? Ooh. See, and Zach has been very consistent with that left corner or that outside corner, and
he's been loving hitting those corners.
He's pitched there a couple times. It's a 3-1 ball count. One out, one runner on second. that was the second time he shrugged. Not liking it's a strike. It's full count.
He's able to get a strike on that one as he's kind of shrugged off, like you said, kind of shrugged off a couple of those calls, not fully agreeing with them, but he's been living and dying by hitting the corner so far in this game. There's some confusion.
It's in.
Ump declares it a full count.
I'm not
too particular as to what that was about right there. Ooh. The fans are not liking that call.
Oh man, I hope you can hear that. They are.
They were not happy about that one, as they all believed it was a strike and it was called a ball.
And there were 3 of them that honestly have kind of been going more towards the pitcher, that same kind of spot. And maybe they really were that different, and it's in a spot that we can't quite see.
Yeah, because I don't know, part of that strike zone's kind of obscured from our view with the umpire right there, because we're sitting behind home plate right here at the game, and we can see most of them, I would say.
But that exact spot, we're slightly to the left, so it's right where that right side of the plate, the first base side of the plate, it's going there every time. And I don't know if he's getting less of those calls because he's, shrugging and asking, "What are you doing up?" Or if it's if they really are just that much different than the pitches, the strikes he was getting earlier.
Yeah.
Ooh, both the runners on first and second were gonna steal, and number 7, Kyler, hits a foul ball.
Wind's starting
sending
to
him
pick up
back.
here a little bit.
Yeah, having more technical difficulty. Technically, not technical, but it's messing with our papers, and that's
Not technical, but it is difficulties with the papers.
ooh.
Got hit in the back.
Sandoval throws a hard pitch back to second, hits him in the back. He's taking a second to get up.
That had to hurt.
Number 12, Cooper, holding his back a little bit. Coach is coming out to check on him.
Just took a shot right there in the mid back as he tried sliding back into second to recover, and
telling him to stretch out a little bit, see if he's gonna be okay. But
hopefully he's okay.
Delta is just getting beat up today at Canyon View.
Yeah, they've already lost 1 player so far in this game. Hopefully they don't lose another.
We've got on the count for Cooper.
Davies is hoping to make something happen here at the plate for the Delta Rabbits, as he's hoping to get some momentum going, as he's got a runner in scoring position and another one here on first base.
Davies 1-1-1 count. Runners on first and second. It's ball 2. We've got 2 balls, 1 strike, 1 out. Runners on first and second. Canyon View has 1 run. Delta still 0, looking to get their first. And that's a double play. Goes straight to the shortstop. Shortstop runs it over to second, tags the base, and missiles it over to first.
A great 5-4-3 double play here to end that inning.
Hermes Drive-In is happy to sponsor youth activities in our area. They are located just north of the City Park on Main Street. Hermes features burgers, shakes, fries, and soft drinks, and a variety of other items, including scones. Hermes Drive-In, 294 North Main Street, Cedar City. Township Pharmacy is located near the hospital just off Main Street, and Bullock's Drug is downtown. Each pharmacy can fill your prescriptions, and they're happy to bring this broadcast your way. Curbside service available or inside the pharmacy. Township Pharmacy. You're listening to KSUU Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
Welcome back. We are in the bottom of the fourth. Canyon View number 7, Cannon Williams coming to the plate. And we have got number 7, Kyler Davies for Delta on the rubber yet again.
Kyle Davies is hoping to get back into some sort of groove that he had in the first inning, as he's kind of struggled almost a little bit since then with a couple too many balls, and he's let a couple hits get off of him, a couple good ones.
And trying to figure out what's going on. Stepped out for a second, but they're back to action. First pitch, Cannon swings. He's a little bit late on it.
Yeah, you can tell he definitely wanted that one, but he's just a tad too bit late, I would say.
Second pitch is in. Swings, dribbles just to first base.
It's kind of an unfortunate spot to hit the ball there, just
yeah.
right down the first baseline.
He didn't even make it halfway down to the first base before kind of,
he understood what his fate was by the end of that play.
If the coach wasn't going to chew him out, he probably would have just ran straight to the dugout.
Yeah.
Next up to bat, we've got Merrill. Oh
Whoa.
my goodness. Thankfully, I was looking at the paper, but I heard it in Jackson. I could see him at the corner of my eye. I jumped. That foul ball straight to this backstop here.
I didn't even see it. I just heard the noise, and it was, I could tell it was right in our vicinity, and that was quite frightening, I would say.
We would have been sitting with no fence here. That would have at least hit our shins.
Yeah, or the table and knocked off all of our equipment.
We got 1 out, 1 ball, 2 strikes. And
Jack Merrill with that long frame, hoping to get something going here for the Falcons here in the top of the 4th inning.
That was low. It's a 2-2 count. Excuse me, I'm not yawning because the game's boring. I'm yawning because I don't sleep too well. I'd say it's a really good game. I'm really excited to see how this game goes, especially knowing it's a dead ball. Hits the plate and bounces fair, but because it hit that plate, it's just dead ball.
Yeah, it was a good call there by the ump to be able to kind of kill that play. The Delta coach is not happy about it though. As you can see, he kind of bickered with the ump there for a little bit, but everything's back to normal now, hopefully.
Not an angry chat, but just what's going on.
Yeah.
Hit to shortstop.
Another error for
baseman
the Delta
just
Rabbits.
doesn't pick it up. I don't.
Is that the 3rd miss almost here?
I want to say, for sure at least 2nd. There might be the 3rd, but
they've given, just based off of these errors, they've had 3 errors now in this game. That's too many. Well, every coach will say that's 3 too many errors. But you'll never have a perfect game. But that's leaving too many base runners for the Falcons here in this game, and it's given the Falcons ample opportunity to score, and obviously they're up.
That shortstop to first base connection is just hasn't been there.
No, not in this game.
For Delta. And I'm sure
they want to get that figured out here in this
Kyler
game.
Davies not too happy about that. I mean,
no.
If I send a pitch and it grounders out to shortstop, you got to be able to trust your shortstop, and when you can't do that, I mean. Steals, gets him in time.
A lot of aggressive base running in this game today. I would say a lot of attempts to steal, but none of them have been successful thus far in this game as Merrill gets thrown out there at 2nd, and hopefully Owen Williams is able to get a hit here and be able to get a runner back on base for the Falcons.
It's 2 balls, 0 strike. 2 balls, 1 strike, and 2 outs. No one on base. for Canyon View. Pitches in, swings. It's a 2-2 count, 2 outs. Bottom of the 4th here. Falcons are up by 1 run. That's a good pitch. Calls it ball. That's full count.
Owen Williams hoping to make something happen here on the full count.
And that ball is hit. Right fielder barely has to move a couple feet. Drops right to him.
Was able to get right under that.
You know, this is a very exciting game as we're going into the top of the 5th. Knowing that Delta is #1 team in the 3A conference and seeing that Canyon View is kind of outplaying them right now is
I would say so. I would say Canyon View's definitely had the edge for most of this game. I think the first inning they were pretty even for the most part. Both pitchers were throwing it excellently, and you know, both teams were able to get a couple hits in that first. But since then, I would say Canyon View's definitely had the upper edges. Delta's kind of had some miscues there in the outfield and just hasn't really been able to capitalize on the batting side of things.
both great teams. I don't know if Canyon View is even necessarily even beating them. It has appeared to be more of a Delta is beating themselves type of game.
I would say so. They've had obviously, as we saw earlier in the bottom of the 4th there, Delta with that miss throw to first base, and they've had a couple of those in this game with just a couple missed throws, and that's definitely costed them because it's, as I kind of mentioned before, it's given Canyon View ample opportunities that they haven't necessarily capitalized on, but Delta keeps doing that. Canyon View is eventually going to capitalize on that, and it's going to get away from Delta if it keeps going the way it is.
Up to bat, we have
Number 9.
Rustin. What? Number 9. Ashton Stefanoff hits him in the left shoulder. And Delta has a runner on first to start out this 5th inning, and this is probably the best positioning they've pretty much been in all game. They did have a double earlier, but
other than that, this is the best start to the inning they've had. Is Zach Main kind of had one of his rare kind of missed pitches so far.
We've got number 5, Clay Nielsen, up to bat. Shows the bunt, pulls it back, calls strike.
Kind of just gets right into the top of the zone there.
Scoreboard has a ball on it, but umpire, gave the little strike gun. So
we're gonna call that a strike.
We'll see where we're at with that.
Zach Main has definitely not wanted any steals. He's done that a lot. He's tried to pick off that first baseman or the second baseman quite a few times here in this game.
And I'd like to think,
because he tries to do it
I
again.
talked about that at the very beginning of this game.
Yeah.
Noting that I had been here a couple of weeks before and Zach was pitching as well, and he it gets on his nerves when there's a batter, when there's a runner on base. Pitcher throws it high left, catcher can't quite grab it, hits the backstop, and
able to advance to second.
Ashton is now on second. Coach is coming out. He wants to talk to him, probably telling him, "Hey, just pitch. You're a great pitcher. Just do your thing. Don't worry about him. Don't worry about him."
This is kind of the first we've seen of Zach Main kind of not hitting his spots like he has been pretty much all of this game up until so far the last 2 at-bats. I would say he's kind of missed his spots, and it's definitely, I can see a little frustration coming out, and as the coach is going and talking to him and stuff. And Zach Main, he's an excellent pitcher, and if he can just get back into his groove, it's going to put Delta in quite the pickle here.
Get that game face on, and it also could have to do with this wind has picked up a decent bit. It's still going towards third base, but it's also kind of coming up, kind of going in between second and third base is where I would say that wind is heading. Shows the bunt. It's high again, and Zach Main seemingly struggling a bit now, so we'll see how this changes. Pitch, bunt, straight to the pitcher. Looks over at third, gets the runner at first. Number 5, Clay Nielsen, is out with the sac bunt to move Ashton to third with 1 out. Number 25. Drake Quakenbush up to bat, and this kid, definitely one of the bigger ones out here on the field today. So,
yeah, he's got that tall frame and hoping to get some work done here as they try to advance that runner on third
and
here to get their first run of the game.
Zach Main throws a strike in that spot he's been loving, and great hit by Quakenbush.
That was just
nice little line drive right above second baseman, in between center field, right field.
That was the pitch Quakenbush was looking for right there, and you could see as he just was able to capitalize on that, and that's the first run that Delta's been able to put on the board so far, and we have a ball game now.
1-1, 1 out, runner on first. And it's a strike on number 4. Callister. Rustin Callister, and it's a big hit to center field. Center fielder running back, grabs it, throws it in. Runner on first, 2 outs. Great play by that center fielder. That is a tough play to make. He was running, looking over his shoulder. I mean, it feels so cool when you do it, but it's one of the scariest things in baseball, I would say. Is
yeah, I would say I played a lot of outfield when I played baseball, and it's a tough catch to make because it looks cool, it feels cool, but at the same time, it's a difficult one to make just because it's almost, you're trying to catch a baseball like you're almost trying to catch a football in a way. Is kind of how I felt, but it's like just an interesting angle to try and catch the ball on over that shoulder.
Ooh, picks them off at first, and they're out of the inning. 1 run by Delta, 1 run by the Rabbits, and 1 run by the Falcons. It's a tie game. Like you said, we got ourselves a game here, and we'll be right back.
Chrysalis is looking for people who want to make a difference by joining their team of direct support professionals. Team members provide supported living services and become mentors, coaches, and friends. They make lasting memories, participate in fun activities, and help individuals reach their goals and become more independent. Chrysalis offers competitive pay and flexible schedules. More information and the online application are available at chrysalis.care. That's chrysalis.care.
Hermes Drive-In is happy to sponsor youth activities in our area. They are located just north of the City Park on Main Street. Hermes features burgers, shakes, fries, and soft drinks, and a variety of other items, including scones. Hermes Drive-In, 294 North Main Street, Cedar City. You're listening to KSUU Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
Chrysalis is looking for people who want to make a
Welcome back to the stream. We got Delta at Canyon View. It's a wonderful game right now. It's 1-1. Up to the plate, number 16 left fielder, Miller.
Davies hoping to have another good inning as he's trying to keep this score tied and not let Canyon View be able to do anything in this inning.
He said before the game he had 33 strikeouts. And
yeah, around 30 strikeouts. He's had 2 in this game so far as I can recall.
And that's another one of those perfect little low line drives, early bloopers, right over the second baseman's head. nothing you can do about it other than hopefully get the next one.
Yeah.
We got 0 outs, 1 runner on first, as number 4, Jackson Black, is up to bat.
Batting the first baseman, number 4, Jackson Ball.
Canyon View is able to even up the hit total back in this game as they try to put Delta kind of in a bind here as they try to retake the lead here in this inning.
Shows the bunt, pulls it back in time. It's a ball. 1 ball, 0 strike, 0 outs, 1 runner on first in the bottom of the 5th.
It's kind of been the strategy here for both teams is once they get a runner on base, they try to bunt it so they can advance the runner and try to make something happen. It's kind of a thing I've been seeing.
It's working, honestly.
Yeah.
I think they've only gotten 1 bunt. However, and even then, I think it was just a sac bunt. Got the runner out on first, but it moved the runner from second to third. However, I think it's messing with these pitchers. They're throwing more balls than usual when they do show that bunt.
Yeah, it's definitely thrown the pitchers off, I would say. And it's definitely made it more difficult on the pitchers, but the batters have honestly capitalized on it for the most part in this game.
And they're excellent at pulling that back,
Yeah.
noticing it's not a strike and letting it be a ball, and that's a 3rd shown bunt and a 3rd ball.
Yeah.
And that's 4th shown bunt, but this time it's a strike. He pulls away too early. Oh, I wonder what the strategy was with that, but
Maybe he saw something that the ump did not.
shown bunt. Bunts to first, throws out to second, gets him on the
Well, the fielder's choice there.
yeah, that's, I was not expecting to see him do the 180 there and throw it to second.
No,
Smart
but
play.
I understand why, because that puts a runner in scoring position if you throw it to first. In Canyon View, when they've had runners in scoring position, it's been a lot tougher on Davies, as you can kind of see, as he's kind of struggled, especially when there's been a runner in scoring position here in this game.
So we got 1 out. Number 34, Case Brown, goes into to run for Jackson Black. And number 22, Sanders, is up. Kyler throws back to first. Nothing happening there.
Kyler Davies, much like Zach Main, has not really been wanting someone to advance from first to second in this game, as he's picked him off multiple times and has kind of tested the runner quite a few times here in this game.
Pitches in, strike, hits that corner that they've been going for all game long. The outside low, and it's working pretty well for him, to be honest.
I would say both pitchers kind of live and die by pitching at those corners, and for the most part, it's helped both of them, but it's also, you can kind of tell it's hurt both
Throws
of them
it back
as well.
to first on the leadoff, gets past first baseman, hits the wall, and we have a runner on second, Case Brown.
Kind of the first real mistake from someone trying to pick him off here in this game, is that's the 4th error from the Delta Rabbits in this game.
And we were talking earlier, I mean, it's tied up now, but I think if Delta loses game, it'll be Delta beating themselves, not necessarily losing to Canyon View.
Very rarely in a baseball game do you see a team have 4 errors and come out on top, and the fact that it's even tied right now.
And it's a ball that makes it past the catcher, and Case Brown, base runner for Canyon View, is on third. 1 out, 1 ball, 1 strike for number 22 Sanders. And
being able to move from first to third just solely off errors it's tough. It's like you said, it's Delta kind of shooting themselves in the foot currently.
It's another ball. 2 balls, 1 strike on Sanders, and Kyler Davies is showing a little bit of stress by this runner. And honestly, you can tell both of these pitchers, both Kyler Davies and Zach Main, think a little bit too much about the runners on base when it happens, and their pitching production kind of slows down.
Yeah, I can definitely agree with that. Especially, you can definitely see it coming from
3-1
Davies
pitch
with that
comes
runner on
in.
third.
Grounder to shortstop. Doesn't make the throw in time. Runner Sanders is on first safe, and that's an RBI for Sanders. 2-1 ball game in the bottom of the 5th. That's just not what you want to see. That is the 3rd time that Delta shortstop to first connection just is not working out for him, and Sanders steals second. Runner somewhat in scoring position with 1 out, 1 strike for Canyon View.
They're definitely trying to put the pedal to the metal here in this inning, as they've stolen second base now, and especially when you have someone like Zach Main up to the plate, who has a 408 average and has had 2 hits already in this game.
And crowd did not like that call of strike. It's an 0-2 count.
No, they did not like that call at all.
Zach Main keeping his game face, though, keeping his composure, and an 0-2 count for Zach Main might as well be a 0-0 count. It really doesn't matter to him.
Mm-hmm.
Pitch is low, outside.
You can tell that Davies is another pitcher who just lives and dies by the corner, by trying to hit those corners, and he's definitely trying to make Zach Main kind of chase him, and he hasn't really chased him too much so far at this at-bat.
I can see a ball coming. It was ball, it's high. Catcher misses it, moves Sanders to third. Canyon View has runner on third, 2 balls, 2 strikes, 1 out. A 408 before this game. Batting average hitter is looking to bring home Sanders, pick up another RBI for himself in the stat sheets. Hits a soft grounder to 3. Ooh. Third baseman throws it home, and Sanders slides in and is safe at home. That's a 3-1 ball game for Canyon View. Runners on runner on first base, 1 out, and number 10, Higgins, is up to bat.
That was just some amazing effort there from, Jeter Sanders trying to get home, and he was able to beat the throw, which is really hard to do for the most of the time.
That was difficult, and I mean he ran hard, and that was one of the best slides I may have ever seen.
Yeah. You can tell he practices sliding.
And there was no sort of mistake by the third baseman. I think he made the right play there. Definitely easier to go home than it is to go first, and it just wasn't quite fast enough. The grounder was just slow enough. It didn't get to him in time, and
I would say so, yeah.
We've got 1 out, 1 ball, 0 strikes, and a runner on first for Canyon View. Preston Higgins up to bat.
You know when it gets game.
Good swing.
Fouls it out behind the backstop. It's a 1-1 count, 1 out.
Canyon View's hoping to continue to just put the barrage here on the Delta Rabbits.
Keeping this momentum they've had in the fifth is going to be detrimental for Delta. Oh, and something I wanted to talk about earlier, you were saying that these pitchers are kind of living and dying in those corners. Not a whole lot of breaking balls from either of them, not a whole lot of changeups.
No.
It's a lot of just placement, fastball pitching.
That's kind of what I've noticed, is it's been mostly just them trying to place it in those corners and the edges, just trying to force the batters to chase it. And the batters, I think, have kind of grown accustomed to the pitching styles from these pitchers and have kind of known when to swing and when not to swing, as they've kind of gotten a good eye for where these pitchers are really trying to place it.
3-1 count, and it's thrown down the middle, and it's just popped up to the shortstop. 2 outs, Canyon View. Runner on first, and number 29, Sandoval, is up to the plate.
Oh.
Chill. My bad.
This wind is throwing our papers everywhere.
This wind is picking up. I was hoping it would go down today, but
it's better than snow, though.
Oh my. Even if we were sitting here with umbrella or some sort of gazebo yesterday, that would have just been a terrible time.
No, it definitely snowed yesterday for the good part of the morning and a little bit into the noon, and that's kind of why this game, well, not kind of, that is why today's game is being played today versus yesterday. Noah Zandoval's hoping to make something happen to continue this momentum that Canyon View's had here, as there's 2 outs here in the bottom of the top of the 6th inning.
And that's
bottom of the 5th. Sorry, my apologies.
Oh, you're all good. That's ball 3, 2 outs, runner on first. This could be an opportunity to get a runner on first and second with number 7. Oh my goodness, this wind is absurd. And it looks like that's a walk. So runners on first and second. We have Cannon Williams up to bat, and I think Cannon was one of the players that really made a difference earlier in the game.
Yeah, he was one of them that was able to steal earlier in this game, was able to get one of those steals, and looks like there might be a pitching change here, at least a conversation between the head coach and the pitcher.
I mostly played outfield. You know, I've always wanted to be in that chat. I mean, it sucks that you have to have it, like your pitcher's not doing well, but right now Delta, the outfielders are just staying in their positions. They're not even hanging out, you know, meeting in the center field.
Yeah.
Wonder what they're thinking, wonder what goes through their mind.
I know. Something that always went through my mind is, you know, outfield, I've always wanted the action, but that also is kind of a tell that your pitcher's not doing so well. Sometimes if it keeps going in the outfield and you keep getting a lot of action as the outfielders. So I think an outfielder's mindset is least amount of action as possible is the best amount of action, I would say.
Oh, and it sucks when you see, until you see a walk, and then it's almost like, dude, like I'm out here, I got it. If it's anywhere near me, just don't walk him. Let him challenge us. And then again, you know, these are good players. This is the way they've been hitting. They might take it out of the, take it past the fence. So you don't want to just give it to them.
No, not at all.
We have Cannon Williams up to bat. 0 balls, 0 strikes, 2 outs in the bottom of the 5th with runner on first and second. Pitches in. It's low.
Another low pitch here for Davies is they did not make a pitching change, but I think hopefully it was a conversation that gives Davies a little more confidence going into the rest of this inning, hopefully to get the final out so they can give their offense a chance to be able to get back into this, as Canyon View's kind of poured the scoring on here in this inning.
And great pitch. We were just talking about how it hasn't been a whole lot of breaking balls, but that was a great curveball there.
That was a
Came in
really
high
good curveball that kind of just fell right into the zone.
It's always so cool to see stuff like that, especially from this perspective.
Oh, yeah.
Another pitch. It's a line drive, diving catch by the center field. And that gets him out of the inning. But wow, I couldn't see the full thing. The umpire was kind of in the way there, but you could see him sprinting as fast as he could to, I don't know, maybe 20 feet past the second base grass, and the next thing I see is he's on the ground with the ball in his hand. So,
oh yeah, made a great effort to go and get that ball to kind of get the Delta Rabbits out of the inning so they can try to make something happen here as they go into the top of the 6th.
If he misses that catch, that's scary.
Oh yeah,
because especially with the dive. But we'll be right back. Thank you.
Wilson Orthodontics has been serving Cedar City for more than 31 years. Child and adult orthodontics are available at 66 West Harding Avenue, Suite A, and they're also open on Saturdays. Wilson Orthodontics has offices in Parowan and Beaver. Cody Wilson, creating smiles you won't want to cover with a mask. 435-586-8980. That's 586-8980. Wilson Orthodontics. Family discounts are available.
Chrysalis is looking for people who want to make a difference by joining their team of direct support professionals. Team members provide supported living services and become mentors, coaches, and friends. They make lasting memories, participate in fun activities, and help individuals reach their goals and become more independent. Chrysalis offers competitive pay and flexible schedules. More information and the online application are available at chrysalis.care. That's chrysalis.care.
Welcome back. We have Delta at Canyon View. Delta is up to bat with number 22. Let's see here if I can figure this out. Logan Thane. And the count is 1-2, top of the 6th. Delta has 1 run compared to the Falcons 3.
Yeah, Delta's hoping to have a similar inning to what Canyon View had at the bottom of this 5th there, and trying to get something going to try and tie this game back up.
And Zach Main is pitching another inning. He's been pitching really well this game.
Yeah, he's had a couple hits hit off of him, but he's, for the most part, has been able to keep his composure and has been able to deliver a good amount of strikes.
Looking solid. It's a full count here. Can go either way. It's hard hit ball in between left and center field, and it hits the fence.
Kind of hesitates.
That's a double. Almost gets him out at 2 because he stopped for a second in between the bases and just kind of watched for some reason.
I think he was confused and kind of was just watching to see where the ball was at, because I think from our eyes, I think he might have thought it went over just where the ball hit, because it landed right at the base of that fence out there. And
I mean, exactly. It hit just at the base of the fence. That could have been two more feet and over the fence there. And Zach throws one over the head of number 14. Bodie Shirts. 1-1 count. And we were talking earlier, Zach Main has a little bit of a different pitching style when he has a runner on base. And that's another hit to center field, this time caught. Runner stays on second, 1 out.
center fielder Jeter Sanders does a great job of just running after that ball and getting under it so that the runner does not advance from second to third.
Like you were saying, as an outfielder, you hope you don't have to do anything.
Yeah.
But when it's that, it's a good feeling. And Number 12,
Cooper Smith.
Cooper Smith is up to bat. He fouls one off the third base line.
You can tell Delta's came into this inning and has just been really wanting to get those hits going like Canyon View did in the previous inning.
I think, like you were saying, both teams have kind of gotten adjusted to the other pitcher, and now they're getting a little bit more aggressive. They know what kind of pitches to expect, and
yeah, they know what they're looking for. They know what they want, and they're just going to wait and see what they get. And if they get what they want, they're going to try to capitalize on it.
Cooper fouls one over the dugout, and then Zach just throws another strike, gets him swinging.
Batter got him chasing on that one, trying
Yeah,
to hit that edge. It's one of the few times in the last couple innings that a batter's kind of chased.
You could kind of see him. All his weight was over that plate. Yeah. We got a runner on second, 2 outs. And number 13, Dason Meinhardt is up to bat. And it's in that same spot, but umpire calls it ball. So I think, and like we were saying, we can't see that exact spot, so it could just be half an inch that is doing it.
Yeah.
Same spot. It's fouled over the dugout, first base dugout. It's a 1-2 count, 2 outs with a batter and a runner on second.
I think the hardest part about having a mindset as a pitcher is trying to forget about the previous pitch, especially when it's one that's in the exact same spot as the one before and it's called differently. You know, I think, you know, that's one of the hardest things to do in baseball is to just forget what happened 10 seconds prior and just move on.
Yeah, memory of a goldfish.
Yeah.
Throws the ball high, 2-2 count. Throws it high and inside, almost hits him.
Kind of had to move his head so he didn't get hit right in the face.
We got full count with 2 outs, runner on second. And Delta being the top of 6 out of 7 innings, they really need to get it moving now or they're gonna lose it this with one hard hit ball to left field. Left fielder running back.
Gone.
And it is out of here.
That one's gone. And that's going to tie this ball game back up.
That ties the game. They had to do something, and they did something. That is crazy to see. That is what a hit.
I think my favorite part of baseball is it can come down to one swing that can totally change an entire game. And I think this gives Delta enough momentum to kind of go in to the rest of this inning and really try to put it to Canyon View here.
Now, after Dason Meinhardt's 2-run home run, Delta is no longer looking to scratch back. They are looking to get ahead. 2 outs. Number 7, pitcher Kyler Davies is up to bat. Check swing, doesn't go. Little low pitch. 1 ball, 0 strikes, no one on base, 2 outs, 3-3 game. Hard hit ball to center field. Center fielder's running back. Catches it, doesn't have to move much, and they're out of that inning. One batter too late there for Canyon View.
Yeah, you know, and I think just with that, I think that home run really helps them and puts them in a position to have enough confidence going into the bottom of the 6th here to try and get themselves out here. And hopefully 1, 2, 3 is what they would hope. Obviously everyone does, but I think, what?
Sorry, please continue.
Oh no, and then I was just going on to say that, and I think Kyler Davies is going into this with a little more confidence knowing that it's up to him right now to get themselves out of it so he can put his offense back in there hopefully quick enough so that they can take the lead here at the top going into the 7th hopefully.
Yeah, keep that momentum they got, and you really just want that insurance of keeping it 3-3 at least and hoping your team can. You just gotta pitch. He's just gotta pitch. I think he shouldn't think about anything right here. I think he's a pitcher. He knows what he has to do. He's got to throw strikes, and strikes get hit.
Like you said, memory of a goldfish.
And honestly, if I could give him any advice, I would say if someone does get on first, maybe maybe, give them a couple looks, but don't really steal too much.
Yeah.
Don't really send it back there, because we've already seen an error from that, and it just kind of slows him down. It takes out just, ever so slightly more of his power in that arm. And
Yeah, Delta's had 5 errors in this game, and the fact that they're even still in this game is remarkable, given the fact of their miscues here on defense, and they're just hoping that they can limit those or have none here going into the bottom of the 6th.
Jack Merrill up to bat. Watches the ball. It's a 1-0 count. 0 outs. No one on base in the bottom of the 6th. Ball a little outside for the lefty. 2-0. Same thing. 3-0.
Same spot too. He's been putting him kind of there on the, from our view, the left edge of that strike zone, and it's been kind of going outside on him.
And does the opposite of that. Gets on the right side of the base this time. All very close, all within a ball's length of the plate there, just barely outside.
Yeah.
Outside or inside.
Not a great start if you're Delta and wanting to keep this at 3-3.
Not looking great, but we got Owen Williams up to bat. He's looking to move Jack from first to anywhere better. 0 outs, runner on 1. Shows the bunt.
Continuing the strategy of the bunt right after a runner gets on first.
They know they need one here. They've been up the whole game, basically, even when they did tie it up for the earlier. Same inning, they ended up scoring 2, made it 3-1, and then in that last inning, top of the 6th, Delta hits a 2-run home run, ties it up, and hard hit ball short of the left fielder, and we have a runner on first and second.
Owen Williams, originally showing bunt, ends up deciding to go for the hit, and it pays off.
And pitchers coming out. I believe this is it for Kyler Davies until next time.
Kyler Davies had a solid start here on the mound. If this is him getting pulled off, I would assume so. But
it doesn't look like it. He doesn't have anyone warming up, and he didn't hand coach the ball, so it looks like he's staying in. He's just having a chat. Maybe he's telling him, hey, just keep throwing strikes, baby.
Yeah. It is difficult right now because you got 2 runners on base at first and second, and you're really hoping that if Davies stays on the mound, that he can pull something together to get them out of this kind of predicament that they're in with having 2 runners on base.
2 runners on base, first and second.
With no
0 outs.
0 outs.
And that's tough. They just had all that momentum going into the bottom of the 6th, and now I'm sure they're feeling a little less easy, a little less, in the mode. So we'll see if that.
You're hoping that confidence coming out of that solid top of the 6th inning, that you can keep a hold of that so you can finish this inning off with hopefully 0 runs from Canyon View if you're Delta.
And the coach can know some things. They can know what your player needs to hear to turn this around, and I feel like Kyler is looking more confident. This is the second time he's hopped off the rubber though to throw it back to second, and he's seeming more worried about that than throwing these strikes. Owen Williams up to bat. 0-0 count, 0 outs. Runners on first and second. Shows bunt. Gets bunt. Dribbles out foul on the third base line. Strike 1 for
Gage Miller.
Canyon View.
Gage Miller hoping to advance the bases here with a solid hit as he's trying to help Canyon View regain that lead that was taken from him off of that 2-run homer.
Gage showing bunt. Third time that Kyler steps off the plate to look at 2.
Until Delta's really watching for that bunt, as most of them are moving in to be prepared for it so they can force their first out here in the inning.
Went for the same thing Owen did, showing the bunt as releasing and quickly going back to take a swing, but this time it's fouled off into the backstop. That is an 0-2 count.
It's not a bad idea, especially if Delta's
Gage.
moving in for the bunt.
I agree. That's why I was thinking as soon as you said that last time, I was like, I think he's going to go for that, but you know, I love this game, man. I love baseball. It's so beautiful. Every little thing that changes things, and this is the 4th time Kyler is stepping off to look at second.
Until Kyler is really just not wanting to let those runners advance, but could it be taking his focus off of the batter? Who
Showing
knows?
bunt on second strike. The first baseman is within 10 feet of him.
If that was a hit, that would have been quite the problem here, because first baseman, like you said, was very, very close.
1-2 count. Absolutely fighting, does not want to go back to that dugout without doing something for the team.
Kyler Davies was able to get him to chase that ball on that pitch here. Very thing that both pitchers have tried to get both batters to do, and it's starting to hopefully show back up for him here in a little bit, as it did on that pitch.
Pitcher comes set. He's looking at the second baseman, but he pitches. And again, fighting. Foul into the backstop.
Gage Miller does not want to go down without a fight, and he has just been battling and battling, as there's been so many pitches in this at-bat so far.
Runners on first and second. 1-2 count. 0 outs. Third time in a row. He is fighting. He is fighting. He is not going down.
Yeah.
I'm very excited to see what the outcome of this will be.
He wants to make something happen. He wants to advance those runners, and you can tell with the way he's fighting here at this plate. Davies is just hoping to get out of it.
Hard hit ball. Looks like it drops down to the right fielder. No movement on the bases there.
Jackson.
1 out, runner on first and second.
You know, it's kind of smart from the base runners. You don't really want to force anything right now. Even though there were 0 outs, you don't want to force anything and let something happen, if something was to happen. Because it wasn't that far deep into the outfield, but it was a hard hit ball. And Jackson Black here is hoping to make something happen, hopefully to advance these runners is what he's hoping.
Number 4, Jackson Black shows bunt. And it's strike just below his bat. They're still going with the bunt plan, trying to move these runners. Will be on the table. Strike 2 by Davies, who is spending a lot of his time in his windup looking at that the runner on second. Gets him with the 12-6 curveball. Comes it high, just barely catches the top of that box, and
Davies with the much needed strikeout for a confidence boost here in this game, especially in a tight game like this. You need something like that to help you keep going, especially as now you only need 1 more out to get out of this inning in a tie.
and coaches are chatting about something. It's hard to say. But we've got, looks like number 12, Hunter Johns up to bat. No, not Hunter Johns.
Jeter Sanders
Jeter
is up to
Sanders up to bat.
He's going to hit that.
Grounder in between third baseman and shortstop. Left fielder fumbles it twice, and that is a runner who scores, makes it 4 for the Falcons, and that left fielder bobbled the ball twice trying to pick it up.
Yeah, that's just tough. You know, that's the 6th error of this game here for the Delta Rabbits, and it's just at the worst time possible. The worst time possible. With 2 outs in the game, runners in scoring position.
Like the catcher is running to the dugout to take off his gear. I imagine they're taking, looks like maybe the shortstop is running to the dugout as well. It looks like they're probably taking Davies out of the game here. And it should be number 11, starting pitcher for Canyon View, Zach Main up to bat after this meeting at the rubber.
Zach Main's hoping to capitalize here on that last hit from Jeter Sanders and then keep the scoring going to put the extra pressure on Delta.
We got 2 outs and runners on first and second.
I'm excited to see what happens here as aforementioned, we have Zach Main coming up. We have a new pitcher on the mound here, number 13.
Dason Mindhart, and he's the player that hit a home run just earlier this inning, so I imagine his confidence is sky high right now. He's looking to come in and finish up the game, hopefully get his team back out of this pickle as soon as possible so that his team can...
Yeah, his mindset's just got to be 1 out. I think going into this, he just needs 1 out to get themselves out of this so that they can continue and hopefully in the top of the 7th get something going so they can keep this game going and not lose.
And 1 out, all you got to get. And yeah, it's scary having runners on base. However, it opens up the possibility to throw to either the first, second, or third back to get that 1 out.
Yeah.
So it's a scary position, but it's a good position to be in if third base can just kind of walk it over to his base. He doesn't have to throw it across the diamond and possibly make an error.
Yeah, because you have tags on all bases if there's a hit. There's a force on every base, and I think Delta needs to keep that in the back of their mind going into this inning, is they just need, like you said, 1 out, force at every base. Nothing flashy. They just need something. They just need something. Kyler Davies moved to third base. He's here as he's staying in the outfield.
I didn't realize that they were doing this, but I believe the catchers both have had like earpieces in to hear from their coach.
That's pretty interesting. I didn't catch on to that, no.
We got Zach Main up to bat, runners on first and second with 2 outs. First pitch is in the dirt, bounces off the catcher's chest, and there are runners on third and second. This is not what he wanted to do at all.
No, I mean, went in for what, ball or strike?
Ball.
Ball, went in for a ball. You know, I think that's probably the worst start you could probably want, but at the same time, 1 pitch in, you know, shake the nerves, have the memory of a goldfish.
Again, kind of low this time, not in the dirt, but he's moving up every pitch, so we'll see if this third one makes it in the strike zone. And you know, even if Zach Main does get a hit, there's a high chance it goes to a fielder and gets him out of this inning. That's ball 3, low and outside.
1 more ball, and that's going to load up the bases.
Which, again, honestly, that's probably better for them in this position.
Yeah.
Watches that 4th pitch, 3-0. It's a strike.
Go, Jack, ready?
We got runners on second and third. Zach Main is up to bat. 3-1, 2 outs. walks him.
That's going to load up the bases here for Higgins. Best case scenario, obviously in everyone's mind, Higgins hits a home run. Worst case scenario is you get out and you're still up by 1 run going into the 7th, putting a lot of pressure on that Delta Rapids offense.
Batting the shortstop for the band, Thurston Higgins.
Number 13, Dason Mindhart is not having the best time at the mound right now. And let's see if he can turn around with bases loaded, 2 outs, 1 ball.
Yeah, he's
Strike.
definitely had his struggles so far, but he's able to get a strike in there. His 2nd strike of his time here on the mound, and he's hoping to get a few more to hopefully end the inning.
1-1. He's looking to be a hero again for Delta. It's hit to shortstop, goes to first, gets him out of the inning. And you know, that shortstop to first has seen lots of errors and lots of not so great plays, but that time it worked, and that time it was probably the most impactful.
Oh yeah, I would say so.
I didn't realize.
Oh no, you're good.
I'll probably say the same thing.
Pioneer Floor Coverings and Design Center has what you need for that flooring project you've got on your to-do list. Whether you need a little help or a lot, Pioneer Floor Coverings and Design offers flooring services from in-home measurement to design consultations and final installation. Located at 1166 South Sage Drive, they offer carpet, hardwood, and a variety of waterproof flooring. Plus custom area rugs, carpet restretch service, and flooring repairs. In the Providence Center and online at pioneerfloor.com. Pioneer Floor Covering and Design is a proud supporter of local athletics.
Brad's Food Hut is happy to present this broadcast. Brad's is a traditional fixture in Cedar City and features the Bronco Burger, fish and chips, grilled cheese, and grilled turkey sandwiches, chicken sandwiches, shakes, and of course, soft drinks. Brad's is located on North Main Street in Cedar City.
You're tuned into KSU Youth Thunder 91. Now back to the game.
Thank you so much for coming back. We are going into inning 7. Canyon View is up by 1. It's 4-3 against Delta, who is visiting. Zach Main is looking to complete this game as a pitcher. And number 9, Ashton Stefanoff, is looking to get on base again.
I'm interested to see how Zach Main attacks this last inning. You know, you're up by 1. You don't need nothing too flashy. Just keep doing what you're doing because it so far has worked pretty well for him.
And he goes for that same corner pitch. Stefanoff tips it off towards the backstop. We have a 0-1 count. Second pitch, second foul ball into the backstop. 2 strikes, and Canyon View is just looking to get 3 outs, and they're done. They win.
Yeah. That's all they need is 3 more outs here in this ball game to continue to win against the number 1 team in 3A, which is quite the accomplishment, I would say, because right now Delta's sitting at 3-0 in the region, and this is a pretty tough region game, and they're hoping to get that win.
And that's the first out of that possible upset.
Zach Main starting off this inning really strong here with that strikeout, as he hopes to continue that trend here with this next batter.
Another strike for Zach here. He's 4 in a row. Small blooper, infield fly, out by first.
Canyon View just needs 1 more out and this game's over. It'll be ball game. And I think that's just what everyone knows, and I think that puts a lot of pressure here on this next Delta batter.
Number 25, Drake Quakenbush.
Quite the last name, I would say.
First pitch, low and outside. First ball he's thrown all inning. He's looking to end this ball game. And
Oh yeah.
another foul tip over the third base dugout. Hopefully that doesn't hit my car.
Yeah. I don't want to do fixed payment. I don't want a dent in there. I have too many dents in my car already. I don't need another one.
Hard hit ball out to
That's
left
gonna be a
field.
hit.
It's fair, and it's a single. And I said right field. My goodness.
Delta stays alive with that hit from Quickenbush, and they're hoping to continue that trend here up next.
Just one batter at a time is what they're both thinking, and Delta is definitely in the worst position. They still, not only do they have to score one to tie it up, they got to score a couple to
take the lead and feel confident going into the next inning.
And the Canyon View Falcons are looking for one more out. There's a runner on first. Number 4, Rustin Callister's up to bat, and he sees a ball. Another pitch comes in. It's a foul ball over first base dugout. Callister sees another ball. It's 2-1 count, 2 outs, runner on first, and I think that runner on first is getting to Zach as it has the whole game, but he sees another strike as Callister swings and misses. We have a 2-2 count, 2 outs. And if this is a strike, this is game over. And that's game. Goes out looking. And Zach Main has just pitched a complete game and comes up with an upset against number 1 ranked 3A ball team, Delta.
What a game from Canyon View. They played really good baseball, and Zach Main had probably the best pitching game you could have asked for, I think.
It was pretty perfect. I mean, you got to pitch to the ball. You got to pitch, and unluckily for him, he pitched a good enough ball that Dason Mindhart was able to take it over just over left field fence for a 2-run home run, and that put him in a very close game. But another thing about Zach is he was hitting incredible all game.
Oh yeah.
I don't think he didn't get on the entire time.
I think he was
4 for 4.
I think he was perfect from the plate. I think he was 3 for 3 or maybe even 4 for 4, and he's a big reason as to why a lot of those runs were put on that board over there. You know, just being able to continue to hit that and continue to just keep Canyon View rolling, especially when Delta tried to get something rolling there at the top of the 6th inning.
Great game by both teams. I still think a lot of it comes down to a lot of those errors Delta made, especially early on. They kind of fixed it up towards the end there, but I think in a way they kind of beat themselves.
Yeah, I mean, I think 6 errors is almost inexcusable. You know, you have that many errors in a game, you know, it's going to be extremely difficult, almost maybe even impossible to win the game. And the fact that Delta was even able to stay in it like they did is quite impressive, and I think shows to how good of a baseball team they are when you get 6 errors and you only lose by 1. It's quite incredible, I would say. But at the same time, you have that many errors, you're almost asking to lose, I would say. And I think that's just, like you said, it comes right down to it. I think that's what decided the game, was those errors. I think you cut a few of those errors out, you might have 1 or 2 runs not on that board, and this could have been a completely different ballgame.
Absolutely. There were a couple times where if that one error wouldn't have happened, it kind of snowballed even, where not only did that one error happen, then after that maybe there would be a steal, and then that's not necessarily an error, but that's 2 negative things on your mind in a row, and you got to have that you got to have that memory of a goldfish, but you know, we're human, we don't. and I think it affected all the players in a significant way. Seeing negative after negative, and you just keep on falling down.
Yeah, you know, credit to Delta though, they still played an amazing game. You know, just continuing that fight even when they were making those mistakes and continuing to stay in the game. You know, it takes a lot of grit and determination, and it takes a tough mindset, you know, but, you know, it's just tough when you do have that many mistakes, you know, and hopefully for their next game, you know, they hope to minimize those mistakes so they can get back in the win column, and Canyon View hopes to continue to stay strong as the season continues, and that's going to be Delta's first loss in the region, I believe. I think they'll fall to 3-1 in the region and 14-3 on the year, and Canyon View is going to improve to 7-10 on the season.
Yeah, I mean, as far as losses versus wins go in the 3A conference, that loss didn't really affect them too much. They still have one less loss than Grantsville, but they have the same amount of wins, and that just makes them that much closer to not holding that #1 spot. Whereas Canyon View, that one win doesn't do a whole lot for them, but it gets them closer and closer to being 50%, to being 500%, and hopefully even.
Yeah, that win keeps them above Juab right now, who sits at 7-11, and Canyon View hopes to continue that pace as the season goes on. And as mentioned previously, Delta's hoping to, and that loss today made that race just that much closer.
Well, what a beautiful game, what a fun game to watch. It was started off a little bit slow in that first inning with nothing really happening, both pitchers being excellent. And after that, it kind of, Delta made some of those errors. Canyon View was playing well, and they showed it, and that's how they got the win. Thank you so much for coming out, watching the live stream, watching the game, watching these young men play and play hard and play well.
Yeah, thanks for coming out. Thanks for watching, and until next time.
Brad's Food Hut is happy to present this broadcast. Brad's is a traditional fixture in Cedar City and features the Bronco Burger, fish and chips, grilled cheese, and grilled turkey sandwiches, chicken sandwiches, shakes, and of course, soft drinks. Brad's is located on North Main Street in Cedar City.
Pioneer Floor Coverings and Design Center has what you need for that flooring project you've got on your to-do list. Whether you need a little help or a lot, Pioneer Floor Coverings and Design offers flooring services from in-home measurement to design consultations and final installation. Located at 1166 South Sage Drive, they offer carpet, hardwood, and a variety of waterproof flooring. Plus custom area rugs, carpet restretch service, and flooring repairs. In the Providence Center and online at pioneerfloor.com. Pioneer Floor Covering and Design is a proud supporter of local athletics.
You're listening to Thunder 91. Now back to the game.